The pandemic isn't just taking a toll on the economy, it is also affecting the mental health of millions.
Today is World Suicide Prevention Day, and a local mother hopes her daughter's story doesn't become yours.
There was no sign that that this was going to happen, or that she would, or that she was capable of. I'll never know if she got to a point where she wanted to back out but couldn't.
New at 6 tonight, News 4's Alyssa Toomey explains what to listen and watch out for in case your loved one is in crisis.
She had bright red hair and a bright red personality, and she was silly and goofy, and her sense of humor was dry and witty. And
Emmy Hamlin carries a weight on her heart that no parent should ever have to bear. Her daughter Lydia took her life last year.
She gave me a big hug and she said, "I love you, Mama." And she went up to her room and she closed her door, and when I came home later, I found her and just completely rocked everything I ever thought I knew.
At the time of her death, Lydia was being treated for depression, but her mother says she never expected her daughter's life to end.
It happens in the dark corners of the mind, so it's nearly impossible to see the signs because part of the disease is hiding the signs.
Bart Andrews is a suicide survivor. He is now the chief clinical officer at Behavioral Health Response.
This idea that somehow there's these magic signals and we know who's at risk of suicide and who isn't is nonsense.
Instead, he says we should focus on the things people say and how they're doing.
When people are giving you clear signs that they're not doing well, that they're losing hope, that they're feeling trapped, we need to pay attention.
He also says we need to be comfortable asking the suicide question.
Ask clearly because you're concerned. I'm worried about you. Are you thinking about suicide?
With so many people struggling amid the pandemic, he says it's critical to have open and honest conversations.
Be aware that suicide happens. It can happen to you. It can happen to the people that you care about. That's a fact. That's something we need to accept. It doesn't just happen to other people.
It's a fact that Emmy knows all too well, and she too urges parents to have tough conversations with their kids.
Keep the discussions open, be understanding of their feelings, realize that this is not the school year that they wanted. It's not the school year any of us wanted.
She also continues to share Lydia's story in hopes of helping others.
Someday I will see her on the other side and be able to give her a big hug and, reassure her that she was worth it.
Alyssa Toomey, News 4.
If you or anyone you know is struggling with mental health, food insecurity, or finances during the pandemic, there are resources available to find them. Head to the KMOV News app.
Power